Hey everyone. I just wanted to do a live update. I don't know if I look crusty or not. I more than likely do. But that was because today was a pretty long day for me, school and whatnot. But these are the nails for today. These are shorter than I usually have them. I usually have them like that long. Okay, if you hear that annoying cat outside, that cat has been out there since like last year and it's been making that annoying, aggravating sound for months. A year actually. Because I remember last summer, which was last year. No, not last summer. The summer of 2024, I remember hearing that thing. And I thought it was like a creature of some kind, but apparently it's just a cat outside. I don't know if it's somebody's pet cat. I don't know if it's a wild cat, but I never hear that cat in the morning or like at any other time during the day. Even during breaks, I do not hear that thing. I only hear it at night on very rare occasions, which I think is two cats fighting, but I only hear one cat, which is strange. I only hear one cat. I never hear two cats, like, ever. So, I don't know what's going on outside. I don't know what the heck that thing is fighting, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little life update with you guys. I have a lot to say, mainly because, you know, life is really rough right now. And I don't know if I've not said this enough, but to all my viewers, I have 38 subscribers. I don't know why, but like my subscribers keep like fluctuating. Like at some point I went from 38 subscribers down to 26 and then back to 21 and then it went back up to 38. So I don't know who all my subscribers are and what age group they're in, but I just wanted to give you guys a nice good life update. And hold on, sorry for that. I had to go do something. um yeah, life update. So let's start like more recently. This was about, I want to say, a month ago. Not even a month ago. I want to say during the very ish middle ish of, okay, the very near beginning of February. Oh my, I went to my very first ICE protest. Um, oh my god. I don't know if my audio is catching that cat, but it is the most annoying thing. I'm about to go back outside and get two cats and cook them. I can't do this. Anyway, um, I went to my very first ICE protest. So our school, if you didn't know, throughout the whole schools of California, North and South, are all the schools that are all doing ICE protests, whether it's a school walkout or something that's not mandatory, but you can go if you like. That's the kind of thing that I went to. I went to a walkout with a ton of other students, like half the school went, and it was really, really nice, though. Okay, do not wear boots because I have these black boots. I wear them all the time. I thrifted them. They were a really good deal. But my thing is, don't run in them. Don't ever run in them or walk super long distances in them because it hurt. Okay? The first 15 minutes of that protest was pure joy and screaming curse words, and huge flags, huge signs that said all kinds of things on them. I'm not going to go into deep depth with that, but I think you can imagine what they said. It was just a really good experience. It was like a bunch of people, even though a lot of those people hated me. They were there because obviously who wouldn't be? I mean, I was there. I understand if you had strict parents, but my parents aren't that strict, so I mean, of course they let me go. I had my own little sign. I think I still have it. It said abolish ICE. Yeah, it was a really fun experience, and it was like a ton of positivity, and I 100% will go to another one. And yeah, that was really nice. And to the more recent life, just not that good. I mean, I think you can assume that like I'm not the most popular person at my school, like at all. Most people there hate me, and people can hate on you as much as they want. I mean, I really don't care. You don't mean anything, The people who don't like me, they don't mean anything to me. I mean, I know that I say, you know, it does mean something to me sometimes because you have all these people saying all the same words to you. Oh, you're nasty. Oh, you're ugly. And I mean, it hurts and it gets to you every once in a while. But I mean, if you have the right people around you, you really don't have to worry about that. And I mean, to all my viewers who are in elementary school, moving to middle school, or you are starting middle school, or whatever the circumstances are, parents and people who say middle school is going to be HELL, it is. Like, I thought middle school cannot be that bad. Yes, it literally is. Like, it's middle school is like crawling through the fiery pits of HELL and then walking back out. I mean, it is so bad. Like, you will get the worst experience in both years, 7th and 8th grade. Like, those are the worst years ever. Like, I'm actually, bro. Anyway, I am just all survivors of middle school. How did you do it? Because I've seen YouTubers that aren't even in my same like age range or year say that middle school was bad. This is where your bullies turn into demons and where the people that were nice to you turn into people who don't care. Like, middle school is literally, I don't even know how to describe it. It's awful. It's really awful. I mean, all the people will literally turn up behind you and stab you straight in the back. It doesn't matter if you've known them for 5 years. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. They will do that. And they will wait until middle school to do so. I don't even know why, but middle school is just a year that you should not F with. Like, expect to be terrorized the first month that you're in middle school. Okay, but if you're like 2 months, 3 months into middle school and you're like, everything's fine, no, it's not. No, it is not. Because I kid you not, the third to second month that I went there, things already started up. And there was already rumors going on around. Okay, and children have no chill. Like, I think the first 5 to 6 months of middle school, there was two guys kissing in the hallway. Okay, not that there's a problem with that, but in the hallway where everyone's trying to walk and move, I'm sorry. And then I guess one of their friends turned around and was like, do you have a problem with it? I don't have a problem with two men kissing. I have a problem with you being in the hallway and literally giving each other tongue. Like, move. Go to the bathroom. Go outside. Wait after school. I don't know. Move out of the way. Like, also, get ready to get rage baited because there will be people standing straight up in front of you. They know you're behind them, but are they going to speed up? No. They're going to choose to take their sweet old time. Okay? It's like standing behind a crowd of old grandmas walking from one side of the crosswalk to the other one. Yeah, it's just not a good experience at all. Middle school is not a good experience. Overall, I would rate middle school a solid negative 100 out of 10. I hated middle school. And I am like, you know how end of year comes in May, which is my birth month. Yeah, that's just, And for Valentine's Day, I didn't really do much. Just talked with my boyfriend a little bit, whatever. My bestie's birthday was recent, and I got her some gifts, some body care items from Days and whatnot. I forgot to do an entire packing video with her gift, but I thought her birthday was after Valentine's Day, so I didn't get her anything. And then she said, "Oh yeah, my birthday is before Valentine's Day," and I was like, "What?" So I just kind of speed ran getting her gifts, and I kid you not, I had her gift ready by early morning by the time I was ready for school, so I couldn't record her gift. Even if I was, that video would be like, I kid you not, like 2 minutes long. And I mean, what's the point of even making a video if it's gonna be that short? So, that's fun. But yeah, it was just really not, yeah, it was her birthday, so what? There's a lot of experience. I mean, I was happy that it was her birthday, but there wasn't that much going on. There's never really much going on. And then recently, I'm gonna try and cut out most of the story as possible because this story, one, I do not want to name the person, though I think I have named the person before. Let me go, hold on. Alright guys, I'm sorry, I needed to check my stand and whatever here. If you didn't know, the phone is sitting on a pile of markers, and those pile of markers sometimes fall. And I want to make sure that they're not slipping or sliding or anything, because that does happen. Okay, but yeah. So I don't want to name the person, nor do I want to name any of the people in this video for the sake of their privacy, because they're also human beings, and I wouldn't want to be mentioned in a video. I would not want my full legal middle name, or what? I don't want my full legal name inside of a video, nor do I want my actual name being in a video, nor do I want to be mentioned or my face being in a video. So I will not be saying any of the people's names in this video. So, oh my god, hold on. Okay, extremely sorry for me constantly pausing the video. There's just things wrong. And that stupid cat that back there keeps making sound. Anyway. Okay, so let's call this person A. I'm just going to use they pronouns when referring to them because, of course, I don't like them. I hate their guts. I truly do. But they're still a human being, and I'm still going to keep their privacy. Let's call them A. A is somebody I really don't like because back in 7th grade, I thought I knew them. So basically, this is where my entire middle school year crashed down when I first met A. A was in my 5th period class, and they were somebody I recognized from kindergarten that they left, and I never got to see them again. They were a best friend of mine in kindergarten. So I was like, oh my god, are you A from kindergarten? And like, oh my god, are you Charlotte from kindergarten? And I was like, oh my god. And of course, I thought A was going to be the person that I thought they were going to be because the person I knew was kind and nice and definitely somebody that was honest, and I loved playing with A when I was in kindergarten. But eventually, A started to basically go against everybody. They decided to make rumors about us and say horrible things about us. And what I mean by us is I mean my friend group. Me, my best friend, and a couple others that I'm not going to name, of course. A began to backstab everybody and began switching between me and another girl that I don't like. I'm going to use her pronouns for her. Let's call her Napkin, because that's the closest to me. So Napkin is friends with a bunch of other people that I, of course, don't like either. I was friends with her for some kind of time, but eventually we just kind of figured out that we don't really like each other, but for some reason Napkin keeps making ugly relations to me. I don't know why. Anyway, let's call the best friend of Napkin Strawberry, because that's also what's closest to me. She will come up in the story. So A is friends with Napkin, Strawberry, and a bunch of other people, which includes me, my best friend, and a couple other of my other friends. Of course, things crash down. And I mean, A starts making rumors about each other and starts saying, hey, she said this about you, you know that, right? And basically tattletaling on basically everybody. They would pick one from the whole friend group, befriend them, and then they would just yant on about what everybody would say about her because most of all the people in the friend group were girls. Besides A. I don't know. So anyway, now we're into 8th grade, and of course, no, in 7th grade they did show me a lot of things I didn't need to see. A lot of pictures of people without clothes on. I'm just gonna say that, including themselves and one of their boyfriends. And it really traumatized me and made me, harm myself. I'm not gonna go into detail about that. But, and then in 8th grade, towards the end of the 7th grade year, I was like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. You hurt me mentally, and sometimes that makes me want to hurt myself physically, and that's not okay, and I don't think we should be friends. Of course, A was like, fine, whatever, I don't care. And eventually, then, towards the very, very tippy end of 7th grade, Strawberry, Napkin's best friend, that Napkin I don't like, said, yeah, so our side of the friend group is actually going to forgive A for what they did because they literally said sorry. Just because they said sorry, that doesn't mean it's okay. Then Strawberry said, yeah, but what if they were in your face and asking for forgiveness? Would you say no? Yes, I would. And then they accepted their part of the friend group. So our friend groups eventually split apart. One side with, I think, around 4 to 5 to maybe 6 people. Their side went along with some other people. And we stayed to 2 separate friend groups for a very long time. Past tense to 8th grade. Now, I really don't like A. And then I'm thinking about all the horrible things that A did. Now, I don't like Strawberry didn't like me because I was not friends with Napkin. And both of them, they don't make any sense to me. So, Napkin, I don't like her. So Strawberry said, we can be acquaintances. So, for some time, me and Strawberry talked for a bit in 8th grade. Eventually, I thought, well, if I don't like Napkin, then I shouldn't like Strawberry either. Both of them have very close connections, and both of them I barely relate to. So what is the point of being friends with both of them if I don't like either of them, and I do not want to be a part of both of their drama? I do not want to talk to Napkin, I do not want any relation with Napkin, and I do not want any relation with Napkin's friends. So eventually, I went quiet. I didn't talk to Strawberry, I ignored all her questions, and I eventually started to avoid her completely. I showed clear signs of disgust and not wanting to be around her because I soon thought about how she defended Napkin even when Napkin was in the wrong. Eventually, Strawberry pretty much got the hint that I didn't like her. Then, much recently, I noticed that A was in one of my classes, and I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care. Eventually, I ignored her. Or them. A began to lift up their sleeves and show people self-harm scars for complete attention. Remind you, back in 7th grade, A used to fake eating disorders and faked harming themselves for the sake of other people's attention, which wasn't okay. When yes, we did talk about this to the vice principal. Eventually, things were settled and we split from A and whatever. But, okay. A is now showing other people who do not need to see self-harm scars. So, of course, recently, me and one of my other best friends went to the office and we reported to the principal. Hey, this isn't okay and this needs to stop. They could really trigger somebody and that is not okay. Principal said, okay, I'll talk to them. He talked to them, whatever. They got upset about it, so what? Cry about it. Then, like today, Strawberry came up to me, or she didn't come up to me. Me and Strawberry are in the same PE class, which isn't very good because that means we both need to interact with each other, and I don't like doing that. Plus, most of the people that I am friends with are friends with Strawberry. I don't like Strawberry very much, and I don't really have friends in my PE class anyway, because all the people either don't like me, have a bad example of me, or just straight up don't like me. So, playing a game. Strawberry gets awfully close to me, and, well, let's just say that Strawberry has a certain scent of one that doesn't smell very good. So I go, ew! I go, ew! Because, of course, I got a stench of strawberry, and rotting strawberries don't smell very good. So, she just thought it was okay to mock me. And I get it. Me saying ew to her was wrong. But can you really blame me? You supported somebody who faked an eating disorder, faked harming themselves, and also showed people their own body bare and showed their boyfriend's body bare to other people. Obviously, I'm not going to like you. Then Strawberry gets her whole little tiny friend group in PE class to mock me going ew. Going ew. But of course, I can't really say anything else. Of course, Strawberry knows the name of my YouTube channel. I don't care. If she decides to show the principal or vice principal, I didn't mention names inside the video. So what? It's literally just of what you did. So it's okay to post because I did not mention any names. I didn't mention gender identities, but I did not mention any names. I don't care if I'm making a big deal about this. Posting this on the internet is the only thing where I can feel like it's like a virtual diary, basically, where people can share their own opinions, like the video or not like the video. So what if you watch it? So what if you view it? I don't care. But I'm trying to be as serious as possible to try and not let any names slip out of my mouth because, again, they're human. I don't want their identity slipping out. Do I hate them? Of course I do. Am I heartless? No. You're still a human being, and I'm going to treat you like a human being. But if you're going to treat me like something that comes out of my dog's butt, then I'm going to treat you like something that comes out of a cow's butt. I'm not trying to say any cuss words in this video because I do not want any of my videos getting demonetized or anything. They haven't been demonetized before. Just trying to watch my language more. But, I just feel like Strawberry, Napkin, and A, they're just a bunch of people that I don't want to be around, especially Napkin and her friend group. Napkin is disgusting, and so is all her friends. Will I say that to Napkin's face? Yeah, I will, and I won't hesitate to do so because that's actually disgusting. Am I releasing any kind of information on their names, their last names, or anything else besides their gender identity? No. So, that's just the whole problematic things that I've been going through. And, I'll take credit, I'm not the most popular person at my school, but at least I stand up for what I stand up for. If I see something that's wrong, then it's wrong. Okay? I know that I'm not trying to say that I'm right all the time. Heck no. I'm not right all the time. If you think you're right all the time, then you're dumb and you don't know anything. But it's just a lot of things that you'll experience in middle school. And most of those things aren't very good things. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. I will see you guys next video. I have no idea when I'm going to post. I have no idea when I'm going to post, but all I know is that spring is coming up and Easter is coming, and I'll show you guys my Easter basket if I get one this year. And yeah, that's just pretty much it. Also, this March, you possibly might be seeing somebody you guys aren't familiar with. So I'm just gonna leave it up to that. And that certain somebody who might be watching this might know what I'm talking about. But that's a possibility, okay? If it doesn't happen during March, then it didn't happen. But I'm not trying to spoil anything for you guys. I'm just saying that this March you might see somebody that you might not be familiar with. Anyway, guys, have a good night, good afternoon, good noon, good morning, whatever time it is for you. I hope you have an amazing day. I know middle school can be hard, especially if some of my viewers are in middle school. Hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing night, day, noon, afternoon, whatever. Bye, guys.